Hello. It's 6:15 Melbourne time. My body clock is thoroughly convinced that it's still Sunday night, so I'm awake. I begin work later today with the Australian Liberal Party. I'm taking a break from my usual work as a criminal barrister in the Bedford area in the UK and having a return to the political scene. In one way, arriving here in Australia with a political eye, one's struck by the synergy that there is between the political environments of the two countries. I've flown all the way across the world only to find posters all over Victoria telling me that Melbourne goes smoke-free on the 1st of July. But in another way, there are some really deep differences. Here, John Howard's Liberal government is campaigning for a fifth term in government. It's a party and a government that is, on any view, more conservative than David Cameron's Conservative Party. The polls are pretty poor at the moment for the Liberal Party, although it's early days. But despite that poll showing, there is a vibrancy, a certainty and a confidence about the Conservative movement here that is, to a British Conservative, very refreshing. I'll be talking more in these letters from Australia about the John Howard Liberal government, about the new leader of the Labour Party here, Kevin Rudd, against whom I campaigned back in 2001, and I'll be talking about the federal election campaign in the weeks to come. But today I want to talk about a state policy here in Victoria enacted by Steve Bracks and his Labour government, and it's called, they're the anti-Hoon laws, H-O-O-N. Nothing to do with Jeff Hoon. Would that there were anti-Hoon laws in that sense. A Hoon in Australia is a thug or a lout, and it's a big political issue here in Victoria what to do about their Hoons. Yesterday's newspapers carried the story of one such Hoon who had been driving whilst suspended from driving. The courts ordered that he surrender his car to the state. That's what the Hoon laws now allow the state to do. He refused, and so the police raided his house and confiscated his car. It's a really eye-catching policy, an authoritarian crime law and order policy enacted by a Labour government. Doesn't really feel like I've come to the other side of the world. But more than just the policy itself, that reminds one of the David Blunkett world of ASBOs, the Tony Blair marching jobs to the cash point. More than just the comparison with the British government's attitude to law and order, the need for these policies is something that reminds me of home too. The fact that it's very evident there's something going wrong with social behaviour and the way we govern our behaviour, and the fact that there is a popular will to enact these kinds of policies reminds one very much of the UK too. That's enough about Hoons. I think it's time. It really is time now to have some breakfast, although I still feel like it's time for dinner. From my limited experience so far, the boasting that Melburnians do about their cuisine and their restaurants is absolutely merited, but in case I seem too smug, you will be relieved to hear it is absolutely freezing here in Melbourne. I'm sure it's going to be warmer back home. More on Australian Liberal Party politics in the weeks to come, but for now, thank you for listening to A Letter from Australia.